This is the Iowa weather report for Friday, August 28th, 2015, and now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We have a disturbance moving through the area that's going to bring us some showers and a little bit of thunderstorm activity as well. The heaviest rain looks to be setting up across our northern counties, but the entire state should at least see a quarter to a half an inch, with the heaviest totals maybe at or over an inch in our northern counties. Highs today with the amount of clouds around will be in the upper 60s to middle and upper 70s across the area. With mainly cloudy skies, there won't be any sunshine today. There'll be a little bit of sunshine, especially by the afternoon hours on Saturday. We still could see an early morning shower in our eastern counties, followed by slow clearing. Temperatures will still be held down a bit, mainly in the 70s to lower 80s, especially in our western counties. Sunday looks to be the best day of the weekend. Plenty of sunshine around. Highs will creep up, upper 70s to lower and maybe some middle 80s across the area. And this warm weather is going to really be taking its hold on the state as we move into the week. Here on Monday, temperatures well into the 80s for most of the state. Any rainfall will stay to our west. You can see a frontal system approaching from the west, but it really doesn't move that far in the next couple of days. Tuesday, it's still there and looking like it's beginning to dissipate as it's trying to move in, but a ridge of high pressure is keeping control of the eastern about third to half of the country, so any system is pretty much blocked from really moving. You can see here on Wednesday, it may creep into our far western and northwestern counties with a bit of activity, although the chances are fairly slight, maybe 20 to 30% at that. Readings will be well into the 80s, in fact some lower 90s possible. Thursday, it's still mainly to our north and west. Maybe some shower activity around the Twin Cities back into South Dakota, according to this run. A lot of activity over the south and east, and that could be with what is now Tropical Storm Erica that could be off the Florida East Coast. And that is what's keeping many of these systems from really moving, especially when we have a tropical system along the East Coast. It tends to keep the weather pattern here fairly stable. In this case, fairly warm and fairly dry, with a frontal system that is still trying to come in from the west, a tropical system somewhere in the south and east with a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity, still a fluid situation as to where Erica will go. Going into the extended period around the 8th of September, you can see the flow is starting to become more zonal a bit. Still a ridge over the eastern seaboard, at least back down into Texas. But that's farther enough to the southeast that we'll finally start getting some frontal systems moving through, with a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity possible. Readings also look to cool back down at least to seasonal levels in the 70s to around 80 for the early to middle part of September. The end of the forecast on the 12th. Now we have a bit of a ridge over the southwest again. Flow is about west to west-northwesterly. That's going to keep our temperatures at least closer to seasonal levels. Really around the middle to upper 70s at that point. Still seeing some systems from here from time to time as we move through the time frame. But of course this could change from model to model run, so confidence is fairly low at this point. But the satellite image from last evening, we have a storm system over the plain states, and that's moving in. A lot of clouds, showers, and storms. The far lower right corner of the screen is Erica that's moving through the Caribbean at this time, and that is what could affect our weather later in the week. Watch morning map from last evening. Still a lot of air quality problems across the northwest with a lot of wildfires. Been a lot of smoke in the air, even in our area around the state of Iowa. You can see the tropical issues off the east coast into the Bahamas, and that's why there's a lot of rainfall out there. This is rainfall through Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock. Mainly here, it's mainly just today and into tonight, maybe up to an inch or two, but most places will get about a half an inch.